Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and today I'm reacting to Invincible by Tool. If you're new to the channel and like my reactions, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, let's just jump into this. I love this note choice. It's so ominous. Oh, listen to these bass notes. This would be fun to learn on guitar. Typical Tool fashion. We get these random noises. We don't know where they come from, but they are here. It's helping me bob my head.
Longing truth and soul, longing for another wind. Lurching to the fray, weapon out and belly in.
It's so interesting because I'm like bobbing my head to the click in the background, but if you pay attention to the guitar melody over top, the guitar melody isn't actually in full 4/4 sync with rhythmic clicking. I'm not the one to ask what the actual time signature is just off the top of my head, but you can tell that it's not in standard 4/4, at least what I'm hearing so far.
Lurching to the fray, weapon out and belly in. Warrior, struggling to remain consequential.
Interesting lyrics. Bellow out loud.
Bold and proud of where I've been.
These like chains in the background.
But here I
Ooh. What a cool hit. What is this effect? There's like a big delay on, I don't even know if this is guitar or synth right here. Also, I'm gonna take a stab at the lyrics once I've heard more of the song so far, but I really like what I'm hearing.
beating chest and drums, beating giant bones again. Age-old battle mine, weapon out and belly in.
Weapon out and belly in. Ooh. Oh, how do they layer this again? On top of everything else is crazy.
A tale told of battles won, of things we've done.
Build it, build it. Caligula. Where do I know that name from? Somewhere in history. Love this soundscape.
Beating tired bones, tripping through remember when. Was invincible,
Once invincible.
now the armor's wearing thin. Heavy shield down.
I'm starting to extract some meaning. I'm just bobbing my head the whole time. You know, sorry to pause it, but I wish I had friends of mine in real life who listened to this kind of music. Usually it's the case that I stand alone in terms of my music preference if compared to the normal average music listener out in the world. And then specifically within my own friend groups and associations, it's very rare that people actually align with the kind of music that I listen to. And Tool is an example of a band that I would love to listen along with a few close friends of mine to hear their perspective and get their take. But in the end, I don't think I would get any meaningful feedback. It's one of the reasons why I like doing these Tool reactions on my channel, is because I get so many thoughtful and intelligent comments down below giving me information about Tool, and it, in an indirect sense, feels like I'm getting to share and listen to this music with you all. But I just wanted to say, if you are a Tool fan, which I presume if you're listening to me say this right now that you are, you're a cool person. I would listen to Tool with you in person as well. Unless you're weird, then I wouldn't do that.
A warrior struggling to remain relevant. A warrior
Ooh,
struggling
and the drums again take off.
to remain consequential.
Interesting.
Cry
Wow. Oh, it's so interesting. It feels like we're in a little bit of a halftime swing. It feels like we've like half-ended the tempo. Half-end isn't a word, but you get my point. Yet the rhythm is the exact same. And I guess that effect that I'm hearing comes through the slow delivery of the lyrics, because the rhythm has all stayed the same. The drums haven't slowed down. The tempo hasn't slowed down. The melody is very similar to what we have been hearing. The key difference that I'm hearing is the vocals and the lines themselves are slowed down and extended over the track. And it paints this really interesting dichotomy where we have a uncertain but quick moving underlying beat and rhythm to this track, but over top we have these almost like droning vocals that keep you grounded in a sense. It is hard to figure out, okay, where the rhythm is going sometimes, but because of the slow nature of the lyrical delivery, I don't know, it's a fine juxtaposition to create in the mix. Yeah, let's keep listening. Hopefully that made sense what I was saying. It's like multiple different polyrhythms. They do so much with so little. It's so impressive. Oh, those fills. Ooh.
struggling
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, we keep going. We just keep going and going. Oh, the slowdown. Jesus Christ, where are we now? We're so slowed down. Oh, I'm getting chills. What a cool effect on the guitar. It's so glitchy, like we're underwater. Listen to the rhythm pickup. God, there are goosebumps all over my body. Whoa! I gotta hear that again. Most replayed section? Makes so much sense. Oh my god, the rhythmic changes and how subtle they are, but how quick they happen. It's one of the things that makes Tool's music completely unique and different from most other music that's out there. There's few bands that can even play the kind of music that Tool is playing because of the rhythmic changes, and maybe you can just attribute it all to their drummer and how talented he is. I wanted to speak on the lyrics, but I feel like I should wait a little bit until later in the song. But I really like this idea of the warrior archetype, and that may not be exactly the only thing that the song is speaking about, but it's definitely the most obvious thing that's coming to my mind. So I'll touch on that a little bit later. I want to hear this rhythm change. There it is. Oh, the way the drums and the guitar hand off each other. Oh, these syncopated hits. Crazy. Just the guitar here. Boom, shooting star, shooting star, shooting star. Was not expecting this vocal effect. Is the Ponce de Leon line and the tasting mythical fountains, is that related at all to the Fountain of Youth and the search for the Fountain of Youth? Somewhere in the back of my mind, that is the connection that I'm making with these two lines. So let me know if that's even at all on target. I was not expecting this vocal shift at all. It feels like we're in almost like a vocoder effect. Maybe wrong with that. Time is inevitable. I'm gonna look this up while we Fountain of Youth, yeah. I feel very validated. Oh, Could you imagine Tool and Gojira coming together on a song? Wow. Everything is so impressive. Ooh. Oh. How do I even comment over this? Unbelievable. What? What is even going on anymore with this rhythm? It's so good. And again, it's so impressive how well that the guitar and the drums are coming together, because in isolation, the guitars are doing something that's, let's say, moderately complicated. The drums are doing something that's very complicated. And the fact that they puzzle piece fit one another perfectly, hand in glove, is really, really excellent composition. I don't know how you come up with something like this. Because they're both playing the rhythm, basically. Wow. So remarkable. Oh my goodness. Tool. What can I say? Let's think. I have goosebumps still all over my body. I get like chills listening to those drum fills, those switch ups. I think definitely next time I will do a reaction to one of those live drum playthroughs. I know a lot of you have been commenting under my Tool reactions that I should react to one of those drum breakdowns, or like drum playthroughs rather. The reason why I haven't up until this point is because I am not very knowledgeable with things related to drums. I know basic nomenclature, but I don't know all the terminology. I don't really know how to interpret drums that well, or visually depict what's going on. So I don't want to like look at something like that and give you guys less value than I could give you otherwise. But regardless, my curiosity is definitely piqued. Hearing Tool in all of these different songs and the beauty that is their rhythmic section, which I I honestly encompass all of their instruments into that section. I mean, it's unbelievable. It really makes me curious to go check that out. So expect that from me going forward. And what should I say about the song? I want to comment on the lyrics, I guess, because for me, it's not very obvious what this song is talking about. It feels like there's a few different themes throughout this track lyrically. And definitely the archetype of the warrior, which is what came to my mind. Obviously, they're explicitly stating warrior, so it's going to be at the top of your mind. But when they talk about warriors struggling to stay consequential, you can consider warriors themselves as people who are there to fight for something, right? Whether the cause be good or bad, but you're there to fight. You're there to deal with conflict. You're strong, you're capable, you're brave. These are typically the attributes associated with somebody who is warrior-like. So I really like this interesting dichotomy in this section here where the warrior is struggling to remain relevant. Now, if you just took the warrior concept, the archetype, the character, why would why would relevance even be an attribute that matters to a warrior? To me, warriors would not care whether they are loved or hated, respected, admired, or admonished. It really shouldn't matter because you're still serving your cause, and that's the point. And then right there, they follow up with warrior struggling to remain consequential. So for whatever reason, this warrior is trying to, almost like stolen valor, gain some notoriety for the sake of being a warrior rather than for the true cause of being a warrior. And typically in any profession or in anything that you do in life, you don't want to be doing it for some external reward. You would rather be a warrior for warrior's sake, because being a warrior is good enough regardless of the outcomes, regardless of the positives and negatives that may happen to you. And to paint a different analogy, you can imagine, there's a lot of famous celebrities out there, musicians, artists, any person in the public spotlight. They want all of that glory, the fame, the money, and they don't really have another higher value than fame, glory, and money. They don't really care about like the betterment of society or selflessness or human values. It's all about that end. And when you have this terrible end of vanity, I'll label it broadly, it's not a good thing. You're not actually on the path to self-actualization, in my opinion. And then here, so when we get to this section here, I almost completely lose the plot, because now we're suddenly talking about trying to search for the fountain of youth. And this is our hope. We hope to stay eternally young, but in the end, this may be some kind of false hope, perhaps, is what they're saying. But the truth never got in my way. Before now, feel the sting, feeling time bearing down. So to me, this feels like you're almost hopeful that there is like some infinite cure for you that will lead you for the rest of life in this perpetual state of youth, of fame, of glory. But then reality strikes. This may be actually false hope, and instead we should rectify ourselves and allow ourselves to exist in a world of in the cycle of life, I should say. We should be comfortable existing in that cycle where we feel pain, we feel stings, and we still exist in the same timeline as others with no expectation of staying yourself forever and holding on to what you have. But that could be entirely wrong. All that I've said in terms of my lyrical analysis could be entirely wrong, there's more to discuss here. But please let me know in the comment section what you think about this song, what do you think about my thoughts, all of that good stuff. But if you did enjoy my reaction, hit that subscribe button, and have a great rest of your day, everyone. Take care, and peace.